some associates gather on a stand. The trial's a circus, but I've got a plan. Not a grifter, still worse than Dan. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8-ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? Me be the diva, she's running the show. Took Capone and Meg, yeah, everybody knows. Rap or fact, well, nobody knows. What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8-ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle.
Don't be like Dan.
Don't be like Dan. That's my favorite. I don't even know who that guy is, but
I don't know, but he's famous over here.
Yeah, I love him. Don't be like Dan. Dan sucks. Dan's also not alive. So you really don't want to be like Dan.
Hey, Snipe, hey.
I don't know if Dog Mom's still here, but hey, Dog Mom. Been thinking about you. Good luck.
Yeah.
I hope that
she sent another one. I only saw the last one.
Yeah, that she's currently throwing her hat in for DA.
Oh, wow. Good luck. Yeah.
Like huge.
Yeah. So what state does she live in?
I just know she's on your coast.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where, never asked her. But yeah, she just said one day in chat that she was on the East Coast. So
well, I'll tell you, we could use a new one over here in Massachusetts. Just
saying. Or two, you got like a sister or friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shady things going on over here, so you're more than welcome.
Yes.
Come on over.
And bring some police officers too, or
bring
the whole force. What's up, Sharon? How are you tonight? And Bad Dozer.
Bad Dozer.
Bad Dozer. Hello, Christine. How are you? Hope you're staying warm. It's freaking cold.
It is cold.
Well, hello to you too, Snipe. Hope you are well. Yes, you should sing it for Gabby.
Oh, well,
would you like a link to come on to sing it?
Well, he had put in Discord, Shinny's Discord last night, anyone up for watching Santa Claus is Coming to Town, like the older, stop motion version. And I was like, I jumped right in. I saw him in there and I was like, heck yeah. Me and Heidel had our mics off, but he didn't. So he was singing all the songs. So it was great. I mean, I had made that day, not knowing he was going to stream that in Discord. I had made homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Nice.
So I sat down with my chocolate chip cookies and glass of milk.
Oh.
And, I got 2 shows. I had it all. I had Snipe singing to me, cookies and milk. It was perfect.
I'm a little jealous.
I mean, you kind of should be.
I was at O'Charlie's with just okay food.
Well,
and
dang.
I ordered a they have this seasonal drink there right now. It's a mistletoe margarita. And I like margaritas. My sister and I looked at it last time, but we didn't, we're like, whatever. So I was like, I'm going to try one. Cause on the menu, it's this real pretty pink color. And mine came in and it was brown.
Brown? What the hell?
Like my sister goes, what's in that? And I said, I think it's the I'm probably saying this name wrong, but it's CHOMARD or something like that. Chambard it's a pink.
Oh, rum chata?
No, it's not rum chata, but it's a pink
Okay.
liqueur that's raspberry flavors.
Mm.
I'll look it up because I had to look it up for her. And I said, I think what happened is that they S S. Sorry. If you don't know, I told Gabby I went
Tonight's gonna be lit, y'all.
I feel stupid that I can
Thirsty
only
Thursday. Thirsty
only-
Thursday. That's all
I mean, my limit's 2 now? Like, is that what happens when you hit 52? That's it?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there.
You can only have 2? It's
I mean,
CHAMBORD. I was close. As in I wasn't at all.
hold on. Spell it again. CHAM
AMBORD.
BORD.
Like Chef Boyardee.
Oh, Chambord.
Whatever. That.
Yeah.
So
Chambord super platinum black raspberry liqueur from France.
Yes.
Made with a blend of raspberry, blackberry, and French cognac, vanilla, and citrus peel.
And it's good.
Oh, well, also, wait a minute. Google also says it's known for its rich, complex flavor and is used in many cocktails.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Chambord. That's how you say it.
Chambord.
No, you're going to say it. Chambord.
Chambord was on board with the house margarita mix, which I told my sister was probably green because margaritas are green for whatever reason. And you mix pink and green and you get brown.
AJ's Googling a color wheel. Like,
No, I didn't need that. I knew that one. I knew that one. I'm like, because that's the only thing that out of all the ingredients, I'm like, it's got to be the house margarita mix, which is probably gross. So it had to be that made my drink from pink to brown. But it was good. That was really good. Yes, I had one
my
drink
friend,
last Friday and was feeling very good. And Snipe is older than me, so dang it.
I mean, Snipe is, he's a scholar and a gentleman.
And he sings.
And he sings.
Damn, not long and still downing a bottle of JD. Yeah, cheap nights after 50. Well, I had 2 blue moons, bad jazzer, and you know how that goes. If I didn't have my granddaughter tomorrow, I would have grabbed another beer on my way to the basement tonight. But I do, so I didn't. Because
I saw you standing alone. Sorry.
I told Gabby the things that could happen if I would have had a 3rd beer, which is sad. She said it'd be hilarious.
I told her. Yeah, I told her she should have just went there. She should have just did it. I mean,
here, 2 things would have happened. Y'all would have thought it was funny or not.
Wait, who is that? Whoever? Is that whoever?
I think that's whoever. Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. Christmas brown, as Bob Ross sometimes calls it. Yes.
Yeah, that's whoever.
Sings, but not well.
Yeah, me either.
Me too.
As you just heard.
I sing too, but not in public unless I've had quite a few. Also me.
I mean, AJ has had 2 blue moons. We don't know what's in store.
That's not enough. That's not enough. I can tell you that right now. Not enough. All right.
Well, you know what? We don't call it the bathroom here. Well, actually, I do. I gotta go use the little mod's room.
Or the little lawyer's room.
Yes, the little lawyer's room, the little, juror's room.
Wasn't there a lawyer that said, I need to go use the little lawyer's room in Judge Wolf's courtroom? That's where that came.
Yes. And remember he was wearing, yes, no, he had bright red basketball sneakers on. Yes. Like he was like Michael Jordan in a game. Like, but full suited. Like he had a full suit on. And he's like,
he had to go running.
I mean, he had to run for sure because good Lord, I remember that, seeing that. I was like, why?
That was funny.
I'm like, is he wearing Michael Jordan all red, like even the laces were red.
Like Nike full out, like tennis shoes with his. It's like a woman who has to walk to work, so she doesn't wear her heels. But he didn't
Yeah.
change when he got there.
Yeah. Yeah. He forgot his penny shiny loafers for court. He just left the gym playing, basketball.
I think that was a zip up suit. It was a onesie.
It probably was. It
And
probably
then
was a onesie.
after work, he just unzipped it and he was back to the court.
Yep. He's like, oh crap, I forgot to change my shoes.
Yeah. He's like,
That was
Judge,
the same trial where, remember that guy's mom, the lawyer's mom passed away in that same trial. Remember?
Yes.
He's like, I'm really sorry, Judge, but I have to go.
I gotta go. And then didn't red shoes the judge had to get on red shoes?
No, it was Red Shoes, his mom.
Was it?
Who
Because
passed away?
Oh gosh, I thought it was one of the defense attorneys.
No, it was him.
But the judge had to get on one of the attorneys because they kind of were like, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
And the judge was kind of like, I don't know, like, calm down.
Yeah.
Gabby?
Well, I will just say that orange citrus flavor is probably my favorite of all the citrus flavors.
Oh, better than lemon or lime.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, orange creamsicle up here where I live is pretty big. It's a big thing around here. It is delicious.
Do they make frappes out of it?
They don't call it a frappe. AJ, this ain't France. Good Lord. They call it a frap.
Frap. Frap or fap? Nobody knows.
Do you remember that? And I was like, what's fap? Fap. And you were just dead on stream. Remember? I was like, what is so funny? I had to Google it. And Puddletown was losing his mind in live chat. I was like, what does that even mean? My husband knew what it meant, and I didn't. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Because I was like,
I was talking about that for days. I was like, AJ knew what that meant, but I effing didn't. Are you kidding me?
It's not frappy.
No, it's not frappy.
It's frappe.
It's a
if
frap.
If I said frap here, they'd be like, "What the frap are you talking about?" Like, I don't know. Just make it. Don't make it fappy. Just make it.
Happy. She's like, it's supposed to be ice cream, not a beer with foam on top of it.
Yeah, don't make it frothy. That's gross.
Yeah.
Just, like, yuck. Where'd you get that? There's only girls working in there.
AJ's like, no scrubs.
That's right. I do not. All right. Well,
all right. Well, enough shenanigans, apparently.
Enough, because we've lost viewers.
They'll come back.
Hey, what's up, Adair?
Perfect timing.
Adair, my son. Was it my son? No, Bree. Somebody. My son or Bree was asking about you tonight. Asked, where have you been?
Oh, he's been around.
He's been around. He's been around. I know where to find him if I have to.
Yeah, from the ice cream truck tonight. I know that creamsicle.
Oh, a push-up. Yeah, creamsicle. It's yummy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Also, those drinks are yummy. Whatever kind
they
are.
My aunt makes orange creamsicle moonshine, and it's delicious.
That would be delicious.
She does. She makes that, and she also makes apple pie moonshine.
Yummy. I don't even like apple pie, but apple pie moonshine is good.
That was the drink that I got my Nana drunk off of, and she didn't even know she was drinking.
Yeah, because it doesn't take much, and then you're on the ground, and you're like, how'd I get here?
Oh, well, it was funny. She was sitting on the couch. She didn't even move because she couldn't.
Yeah.
But I gave her like a few, and she was like, oh, I like that. It tastes apple pie juice. Yeah. I didn't tell her it was moonshine. She would have killed me.
Because it's so smooth, you don't even know.
You can't even taste the Everclear in that.
Nope. Just you have no idea what's you're gonna wake up with the bad morning the next day. You have no idea. Be a
It's
great night.
drinkable pie. It's drinkable pie, y'all.
It is, because I don't like cooked apples. Baked apples are gross.
Me either. I don't like it. I don't like it either. I make it. Everyone likes it, but I don't eat it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't make it. I don't like it. And don't eat it. I did not, Adair. I was running around all day today. So
I'd rather eat pie. I'm
I'm-
sure you would, right? I'm sure you would.
I'm not touching that. That's also what she said. Anyways, so
Here we go.
we are back in Florida, where everyone has a good time.
Oh yeah,
Until they
blast.
don't. Unless you are these kids' parents, and then you don't have a good time at all. You wind up in the rock garden and under the garage.
And apparently, I don't know, mummified somehow.
Mummified. Yes, the mom is mummified
we have
somehow.
yet to hear about that.
On Monday we will hear from the medical examiner.
Adair. What the fuck?
Do you mean slipping around on ice, don't you? Well, it's better here. Mommified.
Have you ever
Good
heard
one.
Snipe Hunter's voice?
I
you
have
ever heard
not. But
I mean,
please. I'm already struggling with Queen reading hers in
oh my God.
with an accent.
You have
proper.
to stay up a little bit later one night on a weekend to come into Shinny's stream to hear how they all interact and talk with each other, because it's effing hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I am sure.
I mean, Carmen heard Queen's voice and she was like, "What'd you just say?"
yeah, if
You
she's
thought I had an accent.
What's up, Ronnie?
Oh, Senorita
Hola.
Bonita. Adair, did you know she was going to be here?
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Of course he did. See, there he is. Ronnie. He's jumping for joy right now in his recliner.
All right, so we are continuing on with cross-examination of Detective Hussey,
Hussy.
who also apparently looks like Theodore Roosevelt.
You know what? All right.
That's what
He does?
that's what they were saying in chat. Perfect. Middle part.
I don't remember.
That wasn't the president.
Middle part, dude.
Yeah, that wasn't the president I would have went with, but y'all, it worked. So, doesn't matter what president I would have went with.
Adair, stop lying.
I like you all equal.
Nice try, Adair.
So we saw his direct examination. We had to not watch some of it because you could not understand the interview that the brother who we saw, Dick Cannon, Richard Kananen, whatever.
Canon. It's canon.
It's Cannon. They both say it different. Both
Kananen.
attorneys say it different.
Attorneys say Kananens. I'm sorry.
So, it was the interview where they had asked to talk privately, but that's the defendant and her brother. But they kept recording it, so there was some problems with that, I guess. And the defense tried to keep it out. Obviously, the judge let it in, but it didn't matter because we couldn't hear it. So we skipped over that part. And then that was basically the end of direct. So we will watch cross tonight. See how many times the state objects and how mad each lawyer can get at each other and how many cat fights we have in the courtroom, because there's been quite a few so far. The state can ask a good question or can't ask a good question, but can argue really well. The defense can not argue, but she asks better questions. And that's my deep thoughts on this trial so far. And the only other thing I will say is this. Other than the sister being in the truck with her brother Richard, the defendant being in the truck with Richard, they've not tied her to this in any other way. Everything's been him. He wrote all the checks.
Yep.
Everything's been him. But she was in the truck. That one's weird. Why was she
Yeah.
there?
I obviously, I think, she obviously had some dealings.
Something happened because she was
Something
there.
happened. Yes.
But
Absolutely.
she really didn't have they have not tied her to anything else. They can't really prove who was on the phone with SunTrust Bank, when they were talking about that phone call. I think it came after the mom had disappeared, so it wasn't her. Probably was Stacey, but they can't prove it. We can't hear it. They don't have recordings of it. They have no idea who was on the phone. So that to me has to kind of go out the window. But everything else has been Richard doing. So I don't know. They got to tie her up better. She's getting away.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people say that about their significant others in general. So
I don't know that she helped with the dad. I think the mom did. Unless the mom was not getting the benefits. I'm not even going to try to say that word right now. And that was just a story that Richard came up with, which I have not been able to confirm one way or another. If the mom was getting the dad's benefits, then I think she helped off the dad. If not, I think the brother did it because he was horrible. That family is messed up. The dad was horrible. The mom wasn't great. And I'm not so sure the sibling that wasn't charged in this, Cheryl Bracken, wasn't involved herself. I just don't know. If I had to pick them all out of a lineup to say who was involved just by going by their looks, which is horrible, I wouldn't pick the defendant with her bowl cut, nun looking self. I just wouldn't pick her. So it probably is her. So I don't know. But here's Detective Hesse.
well, honestly, I probably would pick her because I was like, she kind of looks like a Russian spy.
I mean,
She looks like a Russian assassin spy. She's like put up somewhere in some office space, in the back corner. No one suspects her. And then bam, Russian spy.
I don't know, Ronnie. After the mom passed, didn't the brother try to receive the benefits? Did he?
I think he did. I think
So
he did.
that puts him there and not the defendant, Stacey. She looks
Well,
maniacal.
that's true. She does, but that's the other thing. If you saw the brother's testimony, I mean, he had like a serious smirk on his face. Who knows what other things he actually knows within his own mind that nobody else really knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this family is
Weird.
yeah.
I'm putting it nicely.
Sure.
Gabby would have said effed.
Yeah, I would have said this family is effing mental.
Yes. Yeah, I'd pick Cheryl and Richard. Cheryl cried all through Richard's testimony. It was strange. She didn't cry through her own.
Yeah. Miss Piggy looking one, the sister.
Yeah, the sister with the big poofy curly hair.
Yeah.
But what interesting would Russia have in ending? What interest would Russia have in ending the mom?
Who knows? Who knows? That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe the mom was a Russian spy. Maybe the dad was a Russian spy. That's what I mean. You don't know when a Russian spy hits. It just happens. You don't know all the details.
He probably was, Ronnie. I'll be honest. I kind of sometimes I zone out a little bit because it's like actually, I think during his testimony, I was very distracted by chat. You all were talking about I think that was the vegetable chat with a sweet potato and a yam. And then
Yep.
parsnips came
The
in.
yam.
And then rutabagas, like there was a whole lot of stuff going on in chat. I didn't hear.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like some person named Parsnips came in.
Like,
I was like, wait, what?
I didn't hear. I was so focused on the yams and the sweet potatoes and then turnips and rutabagas and parsnips. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever had a turnip.
Me either. I haven't.
And yes, Swedes. I know you mean those Swedes, vegetable Swedes, but Gabby and I mean different Swedes. And
I mean, when I say Swedes, I mean baker.
And big begonias. Yes. Like there was a lot. There was a lot going on.
Pulling out the big begonias.
Yeah.
Yeah, ADHD all over the place with this one.
Yep. There's Dog Mom.
Dog Mom. Hey, girl. Hey.
I just feel like it's time for me to make this sleep, but yes, go to sleep. Go get some rest. Yeah. We've missed you too. We will be here when you are when you have some free time.
Yeah,
and well rested. We're not going anywhere. Alrighty, here we go. Here is Detective Hussey, Part 2, cross-examination.
All right.
Good afternoon, Detective.
Good afternoon, Ms. Dennis.
So when you got handed this file on November 10 of 2003, that was the first time anybody in homicide had gotten handed this file, correct?
One of the other detectives went out, I think, prior to this, just as a look around.
You were the first one who took it and actually worked it up, correct?
That is correct.
And at the time, there, November 10 of 2003, you were actually on temporary assignment to homicide for training purposes, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
So you were
One, Gabby put that banner up because I gave her permissions back today that I maybe shouldn't have.
I was just typing in chat. I mean, you did this to yourself, AJ.
I know, it's fine. That's hilarious. Miss Madison, she did just fine with her MRI today. We don't have any results yet, but I am not expecting anything to come back from them other than that she is fine. But she was fine. We were having dinner with Mr. McPickle and Mrs. McPickle and baby McPickle tonight, and she was eating celery, but she's just kind of dozing off, like she's just still out of it a little bit. But I'm sure she will be wide awake when I get her tomorrow. But she did great, and her mom did great too. I'm telling you, Mrs. McPickle was way more stressed about it than baby McPickle. But yeah, everyone is fine. Everyone's home, and I'm sure she is sleeping right now.
Hey, Heidel.
What's up, Heidel? All right. Look at that smile.
Here we go.
Detective Hussey smiling at his banner.
I mean, I could see why they call him Detective Hussey. You know what I mean? That part. Oh, Lord, that part. Gets you hot. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't.
Right down the middle. Right down the middle. It gets you hot.
Ew. No, I'm hitting play.
All right, I'm a mute. I'm a mute.
the new guy on the block.
I was.
Training for the job.
Yes, ma'am, I was.
And basically, missing persons had a case that had gone somewhat cold as far as where to find this missing woman, correct?
Correct.
And so they give it to the new kid on the block to play with.
Yes, ma'am, they did.
And at no point did you call Stacey Kananen and say, I have been assigned this case, please come and talk to me, correct?
No, I didn't.
And you're in charge from that point on of overseeing every part of this investigation for law enforcement, correct?
For the most part, yes, ma'am.
And so you would ultimately be in charge of overseeing the questioning of all witnesses, correct?
For the most part, yes.
And you would be in charge of overseeing what gets done forensically, correct?
To some extent, yes.
And ultimately, you are the liaison between the investigation of this ultimately murder case and the state attorney's office, correct?
Yes.
And as far as the state attorney's office is concerned, when presenting this case, the buck stops with you as far as the investigation goes.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Your first interaction with either Stacey or Richard Kananen, as you testified before, would have been when you called Richard Kananen a few days prior to December 22, 2003.
On the 18th, yes, ma'am.
Now, what prompted you to call them was not that you finally decided you were going to reach out and talk to Stacey and Richard. What prompted you to call them was that Stacey had called and left a message for you, correct?
That is correct.
And as it turns out, she had called SunTrust and had asked them some questions about her mother's account. And they had said law enforcement's involved and had given her your number, and she called you, correct?
That is correct, yes, ma'am.
And she left you a message with her correct phone number,
She did?
left a message with her name on it, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you called that number back, you talked to Richard.
I did.
And that's how you actually made contact with him for the first time.
That is true.
And during that conversation, you asked if he and his sister would mind coming down to have a conversation at your offices, correct?
That is correct.
And you may have given them the impression that you had some information you might be able to share with them.
Possibly, yes.
And that information could relate to why it is you would be freezing mom's account.
Yes.
Now, after Richard Kananen's arrest on December 22 of 2003, you were aware that Stacey Kananen was listed as a witness for the state of Florida.
I was, yes.
You were aware that she was prepared to give sworn testimony against her brother.
I don't know what her role would have been. No, I don't know.
You were aware that she gave sworn testimony at a deposition for the defense counsel for her brother, correct?
I know she was deposed. I don't know by whom.
And you know that that's sworn testimony. She would
Yes.
have been sworn to tell the truth,
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Uh-huh.
And you know that she denied any knowledge or involvement in her mother's death.
Yes, she did.
And she's testified at a suppression hearing, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And you would have testified at that hearing also,
I
right?
think I did, yes, ma'am.
And she testified about issues concerning the discussion down at the sheriff's office, the suicide attempt, the suicide notes. She testified as to all those issues under oath at that hearing, correct?
I believe she did.
For the state of Florida.
I'm not sure who subpoenaed her.
She was called as a witness by the prosecution during that hearing, correct?
Okay, I didn't know that until now.
Now, at no time during the pendency of Richard's case did you ever express concern that Stacey Kananen would perjure herself or that you would be inviting false testimony by allowing her to testify against her brother, correct?
That was not my call to make.
And in part, it was okay with you because you did not know one way or the other, correct? I mean, you didn't know whether she was telling the truth or not.
That is correct.
And it didn't bother you to have her testify in light of the suicide attempt because your mind was open to her having attempted to commit suicide due to the stresses of having been interrogated and finding out the first time that her mother had been killed by her brother, correct?
I have no idea why.
Certainly that was a scenario that was highly possible, correct?
Anything's possible, Counselor.
There was nothing about the murder of Marilyn Kananen that required Richard Kananen to have an accomplice, correct?
I don't know that either. I don't know what you mean.
There wasn't anything about how it is Marilyn Kananen was killed that would have required a second person, correct?
Correct.
And when you were asked, you also gave a deposition for the public defender in Richard Kananen's case, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And during that deposition, when asked if Stacey and Richard were suspects on December 22, you corrected the lawyer and you said they were persons of interest, correct?
That is correct.
Now, when you went to the jail on May 1 of 2007 to talk to Mr. Kananen, you would have been well aware that he had given varying stories regarding the murder of his mother, correct?
That's true, yes, ma'am.
And you would have had certainly reason to have some skepticism over what Richard Kananen would tell you, correct?
Possibly, yes, ma'am.
Now, you had not followed closely the competency evaluations and hearings regarding his mental health issues, is that right?
No, I did not.
But you knew that there was a question raised as to his competency and his mental wellness.
Yes, I knew he'd been evaluated.
And at some point before he was sent to Chattahoochee, you went out to attempt to visit him at the jail with Mr. Russell, correct?
I believe we did, yes.
And he was on the mental health floor at that time, correct?
Yes, ma'am, he was.
And you all got a look at him, right?
Yes, we did.
And at that point, Mr. Kananen appeared unkempt and unbathed, correct?
Yes, ma'am, he was.
His hair was grown out in a big shaggy mop, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He had a big, full, not shaved and many, many weeks beard, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he had put his own feces on himself, correct?
I had heard that. I didn't witness that myself, but I heard that he was doing that, yes.
Suffice to say, given his status, you weren't able to talk to him.
No, we weren't.
So when you went in there on May 1 of 2007, you would have taken your lengthy report with you to refresh your recollection as to events, correct?
Not sure if we had a report with us or not. Maybe. Don't remember it.
Had you reviewed it so that you could take in any new version Mr. Kananen told you and make some evaluations as to how likely it was?
We were preparing for trial, so yes, I had reviewed the case.
And your discussion with him took place there, here in this very courthouse, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the portion of the conversation where you talked to him about the actual facts surrounding the killing of his mother takes up somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 transcribed pages. Does that sound about right?
It's been a while since I've looked at that, but sounds about right.
And he tells you initially at the start of the story of how Mom gets killed that he and Stacey and Marilyn go to dinner, movie and dinner on the 10th of September 2003.
That is correct, yes.
And he tells you that they go to the 6 o'clock showing of Charlie's Angels at the Dollar Theater on Colonial in Orlando, Florida, correct?
Charlie's Angels 2, I believe.
That's right. Did you ever check to see whether or not that movie was playing at the Dollar Theater?
We did.
And was it?
Yes, it was.
Did you ever check to see if it played at 6 o'clock on the 10th?
I'm not sure. Don't remember.
Well, you knew already that Marilyn Kananen was not at a 6 o'clock movie on December 10th, correct?
I don't know that. What?
Well, you talked yesterday about what's been marked as State Exhibit 31, the e-pass transponder records, correct? Do you recall talking about that yesterday?
Yes, I do.
And you recall talking about the last transponder entry on September 10, 2003 at 5:53 in the afternoon, being on Marilyn Kananen's way home, where she would have been located at University and the 417, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so she wasn't sitting in a theater over on Colonial at 7 minutes to 6, correct?
I would say you're right.
In fact, I'm no detective here, but she's a good 15, 20 minutes away from home, isn't she?
She's probably 10 or 15 minutes, yes.
All right? And so you knew from talking to these friends and neighbors and family members, you knew a little bit about Marilyn Kananen and how regimented she was, correct?
A little bit, yes, ma'am.
And so she's not home until, call it 6:15. You knew that she was somebody who wore work clothes to work and not work clothes to not work, correct?
I did find that out later, yes.
So she would have had to, at the very least, change clothes, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then they would have had to have gotten to the theater, correct?
Yes,
So a 6 o'clock movie just flat out didn't happen, right?
probably.
So say there was a 7 o'clock movie. Do you know if there was a 7 o'clock movie?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Do you know if Charlie's Angel 2 was playing on more than one screen?
I do not.
All right, so if it's playing on more than one screen, maybe there's a 7 o'clock, who knows? If not, then it wouldn't have been until 8. So say there's a 7 o'clock. Do you know how long Charlie's Angels 2 ran?
No, ma'am.
Movie length?
No, I don't.
Okay, so say 2 hours, does that sound fair?
Probably.
All right, so say they go to a 7 o'clock movie, and there's actually one showing then, and they get out at 9. He tells you they next go to Fazoli's, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And they have a sit-down dinner at Fazoli's, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So if that doesn't happen until 9, how close are Fazoli's and the movie theater?
Just down the street from each other, actually.
Right. So say they're at Fazoli's by 9. That gets them home at 10, quarter to 10.
Probably.
The next day is the last working day Marilyn has before she's planning to take off Friday for a trip, correct?
That is correct.
Now, you know enough about Marilyn Kananen at this point to know that she is not going to go out with her kids until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night on a work night the day before her last day at work, correct?
Objection,
I don't-
speculative.
Did you talk to anybody about this version that Richard gave you about whether or not that made any sense given who Marilyn Kananen was?
Objection, speculative still.
I'm not sure what the question is, what made any sense.
Did you talk to any family members about whether it was likely that Marilyn Kananen would have gone out till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night on a work night?
I don't recall doing
Objection,
that, no.
speculation.
Did you ever go back to Richard and say, I have e-pass documents and your story is not adding up?
No, I didn't.
So Richard tells you that they pick up mom at her house and that Stacey drives mom's car to the movies and dinner back home, correct?
Yes.
And Richard tells you that the reason, that there's no discussion about this is going to happen on this particular evening, right?
That's what he told me, yes.
And that the way he knew this was going to happen on this particular evening,
Objection, hearsay.
the reason he knew this was going to happen on this particular evening is because he saw a taser that he had purchased in the back of Stacey's pants. Correct?
I don't remember him telling me he saw it there.
State objects that this is hearsay. It's not being offered as a prior inconsistent statement. It's clearly hearsay.
May we approach?
Yes.
Detective V, you knew at the time that Marilyn Kananen's body was recovered, that there was a taser at issue, correct?
Yes, I did.
And you knew that because of the leads that were found in with the clothing in the body, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And in order to learn some more about that subject yourself, you talked with the people over at the sheriff's office who were more knowledgeable about the area of tasers, correct?
Yes, we have an expert, yes.
And you were able to determine that the taser utilized in this attack on Marilyn Kananen would have been the same type as carried by law enforcement, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's what he told me.
Now, taser is it's a brand name, kind of like Band-Aid, correct?
I believe it is, yes.
So it's not a generic word for that kind of weapon. It's actually a brand name for particular makes and models of that weapon, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Now, the taser that was used on Marilyn Kananen would have looked a lot like a handgun, correct?
Yes.
Is that is that kind of taser something that you are issued as a sheriff's officer?
Yes.
And is that something that is normally carried?
Yes.
Are you carrying one now?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification, defense C. That does not look like the taser that would have been utilized, correct?
No, it doesn't. It has the same type of cartridge as ours, but
It has the same kind of cartridge as far as the part of it that holds the leads and the darts in.
that is
That
correct.
it gets expended,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
Judge, I'd like to move this into evidence as defense next.
Relevance.
This was the one I did.
All right, I'll admit it.
Your Honor, it was not identified by Richard. He said that there were differences, which is the state's objection.
He said it was similar. And he says the other one just had a little probe on the other side, not on the other side of it. I remember his testimony. I'll allow it. Defense, what? 5? All right.
Detective, I'm going to show you what's been marked as defense B. Now, that does look like the taser that would have been utilized, correct?
Those are the older models. That is similar to the ones that are issued to the sheriff's office, yes.
Different in any significant way.
Like I say, these are the older models. The new ones are much smaller.
How much smaller?
I think probably one of the deputies in here is wearing one. Are you guys wearing them?
So they would be wearing one of the older ones you're talking about?
No, they're wearing one of the newer ones, I would say.
Okay. And do you know what the weight of that would be?
I have no idea.
So to clarify, now I'm going to show you what's been marked as defense 5. This is not what the taser would have looked like if it had been used on Marilyn Kananen.
It certainly could have been. It has the same cartridge. I've never seen one of those.
Okay. The one you're talking about looks like a handgun, right? It has a trigger like.
The one that I am familiar with. I'm not a taser expert. Those are the only ones that I've ever had any dealings with.
And you consulted with the taser expert in this case, correct?
I did.
And you had the leads and other things that you were able to look at to make a determination, correct?
Those are the similar leads that would have come out of a cartridge that is identical to the one that's in that other picture you showed me also. Same cartridge.
Now, Richard Kananen gave you a version of events for how the suffocation took place, correct?
Yes, he did.
And it did not match what you learned at the autopsy. And you questioned him about that a little bit, correct?
Objection, calling for an opinion of this witness.
Well, she only asked if it matched what he,
I'll-
it actually calls for hearsay, but
That too.
go ahead.
I'll rephrase. You had gone to the autopsy, correct?
I did.
And that would be a routine part of your investigation.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And what you're trying to do is glean the manner of death.
Correct.
And you're actually watching this take place, correct?
Yes.
So you got to see for yourself that Marilyn Kananen's, the state of Marilyn Kananen's body, correct?
Yes.
And did you get to see for yourself the tape that was, the duct tape that was around her face?
I did.
And the duct tape was on around her face and covered her up from the bridge of her nose down to below her mouth, correct?
Yes, I did.
And in addition to the medical examiner doing their work to determine the cause of death, you're also there as part of your investigation to determine the manner of death, correct?
Yes.
And it did not appear that Marilyn Kananen had any other injuries or obvious other causes of death. No blows to the head or broken limbs or shotgun shells or holes or anything like that, correct?
There was, she was badly decomposed. She was decomposed 3 months. So as far as visible injuries, there wouldn't have been any.
Well, the medical examiner certainly would have, I assume, shared with you if she saw any signs of injury to tissue.
Yes.
And so at the end of that autopsy, your belief was that she had been suffocated by use of the duct tape, correct?
That's what it appeared. Now, she'd been suffocated and there was no way to tell.
Objection, calling for an opinion outside his expertise.
He's already answered. Oh, go ahead.
And you believed,
I don't have any way of knowing that, but I would say so, yes.
because that's what you testified to at the deposition you gave for Richard's lawyer, right?
That would have been my opinion, yes, ma'am.
That she had a slow, painful death caused by being suffocated with the duct tape.
Yes.
So Richard tells you that he holds a bandana over her face for a length of time that he can't tell you, correct?
Yes.
And you didn't question him at all about why he would seal up her nose and mouth if she was already dead,
No, I didn't.
or why he would bind her hands and feet if she were already unconscious.
No, I didn't.
And he indicated that she was on the floor unconscious when he held a bandana over her, correct?
I don't remember what he said exactly.
He didn't give any indication of there being a struggle or any other sign of her fighting back or anything else, right?
I don't believe so.
Now, the taser lead that was found, were you there when it was actually taken out of the clothing?
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
You were aware that there were no barbs, no leads found in her body, per se?
I don't remember. I wasn't there for when they took the leads out. I had left the autopsy by then and had moved on to do some other things. And they called me and told me that they found the taser leads.
Now, when a taser is utilized, say, on an unruly defendant, the wires come out of the weapon as it's fired, and there are two of them, correct?
Yes.
Two leads, as we're calling them, and they have metal ends, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the metal ends have little barbs in them, right?
Yes, they do.
And so if you were to shoot an unruly defendant, it would be your practice to either get a paramedic or you go to the emergency room, have somebody remove the little barbed ends, correct?
I believe that is the policy, yes.
And the way that it works is an electrical circuit is created, correct?
I think so. Like I say, I'm no expert.
All right, well, you consulted with one to try to figure this whole case out, didn't you?
I actually, he went down and looked at the leads and told me, what type of taser leads they were, and basically explained. But like I say, I'm no expert. I don't really know how the thing works.
Okay. Well, then are you saying, did you or did you not investigate as to figuring out whether or not the use of this taser would have incapacitated this person?
I think a taser does incapacitate a person. I mean, what I know of it, that's how it works.
But you don't know how it works.
Not exactly, no.
Well, there was only one lead found. If that meant the other lead never touched her body, how would that affect the use of the taser?
I don't know. If the other lead was not connected, I'm assuming that the circuit, like you say, the circuit probably wouldn't have been connected. I think both the leads have to, again, you'd have to talk to an expert because I don't know.
All right,
I've never deployed mine, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm not inviting you to. Well, if there not being a second lead means that she was not affected by the taser, which means she was not incapacitated, that means she would have had to have been subdued in some other way, correct?
Objection, she's calling for questions from him that he's already testified. It's outside his expertise.
This isn't, that question has nothing to do with his expertise.
Well, I think it calls for speculation, but go ahead. I'll let the question be answered.
If she was not
If he knows.
incapacitated, I'm sorry?
If he knows.
If she was not incapacitated by the taser, that means she had to have been subdued in another manner.
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
You were aware that she was wearing a full sleeve denim jacket over a shirt at the time that she was murdered, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what effect that would have when being tasered?
No, ma'am.
Objection, speculation.
I asked him if he was aware.
Overruled. Go ahead. He's already answered.
You're aware that the lead was found through and through the jacket, meaning it was actually part of the wire was outside the jacket on this side and part of it went through the jacket.
I don't know that. Like I say, I was not there for that part of it.
Richard's story to you was that mom and sister were talking and he's in another room, correct?
Objection, hearsay.
I think I took picture.
All right. Overruled. Go ahead.
Correct?
I don't remember him saying he was in another room, no.
He said that his mom and sister were talking when Stacey tased mom, correct?
Yes.
The lead from the taser that was found with the body is in the area. Where's that jacket? I'm going to show you what's been marked state 19. It was here in the area in the back of the jacket where the characters are. You knew that?
I did not know that.
Would you agree that if the lead was back there, that means that Marilyn Kananen was shot in the back?
Objection, calling for speculation by this witness.
Why is it speculation?
I would hope that he, given his position as lead detective, would have that level of knowledge. If he doesn't, I guess he can say, I don't know. I don't think that's too much to,
The question itself is calling for speculation. So she doesn't need to suggest the answer. When you have a ruling on the objection,
Go ahead.
fair to say that you never asked Richard Kananen any questions about whether his taser story made any sense given the physical evidence.
No, I didn't.
I'm going to show you Western Mark Defense BD and ask you if that is a fair and accurate photo of what Richard Kananen looked like on the day of his arrest.
Yes, ma'am, appears to be.
And although it's, the copy is not great, the smaller photo at the bottom right-hand corner, is that a fair and accurate photo of Richard Kananen on the day that you and Mr. Russell went to attempt to talk to him at the Orange County Jail?
It looks like it, yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, if we could see that exhibit.
Does it have, maybe have this put into evidence as to that?
Okay, so be 6.
Yes, sir.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, received as defense 6.
Accurate that at some point of the investigation, after Richard was arrested, you were under the belief that he had used gloves at the time of his killing his mother.
Objection, speculation.
But I
I'm
could-
not gonna roll an objection. Go ahead.
I had no idea.
In your deposition for Richard's lawyer, you indicated when questioned about why there hadn't been DNA testing of the tape, that you believed that he'd been using gloves.
I said that was an explanation for it, yes.
That was the explanation for not doing the test for the DNA.
I said that was an explanation for not finding it. I don't, did we not test it? I don't remember. If we tested it or we didn't.
You would agree that, given the status of the body, it was not possible to take prints off the duct tape that was used to bind Marilyn Cannon, correct?
I would think that, yes. It's, after 3 months of decomposition, the tape would have been to the point where you would have difficulty processing it, yes.
Now, that doesn't mean that the cut ends of the tape could not have been swabbed and tested for DNA, correct?
I don't know that. You'd have to talk to the crime scene people. I'm not sure.
Did you ever talk to anybody about having that tape tested for DNA?
I don't recall.
You're aware that DNA resides in every living cell of the body,
Yes.
including skin cells,
Yes, ma'am.
and that fingers that tear apart duct tape could certainly leave skin cells on the sticky side.
Yes, ma'am.
And duct tape is routinely swabbed and tested for DNA,
It
correct?
is. Yes, ma'am.
And ultimately, the decision as to whether or not to test this particular duct tape for DNA would have been yours, correct?
Mine and the crime scene people, yes.
No discussion with them about whether that was going to happen.
I don't recall.
You would agree that your job when it comes to charging somebody with a crime or arresting somebody with a crime is basically to make a determination of whether there's probable cause. And if there's probable cause, you arrest them. And if there's not probable cause, you don't arrest them, correct?
I put the reports together and then generally a judge or somebody from the judiciary makes that determination.
Well, for example, in this case, Richard Kananen was arrested on the 22nd from the hospital, correct?
He was.
The affidavit to get the arrest warrant, You didn't even sign that until the 29th, correct?
I'm not sure of the date, but that sounds about right.
So you arrested him based on what you believe was probable cause, and you followed up with an official warrant later, correct?
Yes.
You would agree that you did not, or I'm sorry, the case against Richard did not need Stacey Kananen's testimony. Let me rephrase that for you. At the time that Richard Kananen was arrested, he had admitted to killing his mother, correct?
I don't believe so.
At the hospital at 5 p.m. or so on the 22nd, he told law enforcement, tell my sister I killed my mother, correct?
I don't recall that.
He gave the location of the body?
He did.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Okay. And he left a note giving information, correct?
Yes.
And the freezer was in his name and the taser was in his name, and ultimately you did not need.
Objection as to misstating facts. The freezer's not in his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. He admitted to buying the freezer in a false name. I apologize if that's correct. He admitted buying the freezer in somebody else's, in a John Doe name, correct?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
The garage sale. At the time that you went by to look at the garage sale, had you ever been in Susan and Stacy's home?
No, ma'am.
So at the time you called Cheryl to say your sister's selling off your mom's stuff, you, at that point, you had never been in Susan and Stacy's home.
No, and that's not exactly what I said to her.
Well, whatever you said to her made her very, very upset, correct?
Yes, ma'am, it did.
And you didn't purchase any of the items at the garage sale, correct?
I did not.
And you did not give Cheryl a description of any particular items, correct?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
And in fact, ultimately, you were never able to actually determine whether any of the Disney stuff you saw at the garage sale was Disney stuff that belonged to mom.
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
And at the time that you went by the garage sale, you had knew, or it was your understanding that Marilyn Kananen had a lot of Disney stuff.
Yes, I had been told that, yes.
And you wouldn't have had any understanding or knowledge about whether Susan and Stacy had a lot of Disney stuff.
No, I didn't.
Now, you had communication with Cheryl Bracken even after Richard Kananen's arrest, correct?
Yes, we've talked, absolutely.
And in January of 2004, Cheryl would have given you some clothes that she found that she believed belonged to her brother Richard, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And these would have included masks, some dark clothing, some things that she thought were suspicious that she wanted you to know about.
Yes.
And were there gloves also along with this?
I'd have to look at the property form. I don't recall exactly what items were turned over.
Thank you very much. I'm going to show you what's been marked for defense AR and see if that refreshes your recollections of the items that you collected from Cheryl.
Yes.
And actually first, these are the items you collected from Cheryl?
They are, yes.
Judge, I'd move to have these entered as defense next.
Objection, relevance.
Come on up, please.
Detective Hussey,
No, I don't.
Over there.
yes, great, thank you.
Wow, they're actually going to wear gloves for this evidence. It's new for us.
Check out, see, when you open that bag, it's only those are the items.
Ready for some ASMR?
I don't specifically recall the items, Counselor. I can tell you that that's my handwriting on the outside of that bag, and those are the items that I placed in there as far as. We collected a lot of evidence in this case. A lot of stuff was used and a lot of it wasn't.
Your Honor, since this item is not in evidence, you would recommend that it be kept down?
Check, put all that stuff down so the jury can see at this point if you're.
Okay.
Do you recognize those as being the items given you by Cheryl Bracken?
I don't recall it specifically. I can tell you those are the items that are inventoried on the outside of the bag.
Was it that collection of items that may have led you to believe that gloves were utilized in the killing of Marilyn Kananen?
We always think that there's a possibility gloves were used.
Was it that collection of clothes that led you to believe that Richard Kananen may have attempted to fake a break-in of some type in order to kill his mother?
Objection, calling for speculation?
Well, you need to have a basis for that.
You knew that
This is good.
Richard Kananen was, for lack of a better word, gaslighting his mother, trying to make her think that odd things were going on, correct?
I don't have any evidence of that. I don't know what you mean.
Well, you're aware that he slashed his mother's tires in order to frighten her in the weeks leading up to the killing?
I don't know that he slashed her tires.
Are you aware that he's admitted that he slashed her tires?
No, ma'am, I don't remember that.
I don't blame this defense attorney for pacing as much as she is. Did this guy review anything before he came to testify? Because he doesn't remember anything. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember collecting this evidence. That's my name. I put everything in here. I have no idea what's in the bag. Please. Oh, are you getting snow, Gabby? Or are you making a different comment? Because if you're getting snow, who told you earlier this week you were going to get some snow? It's me, in case you didn't remember. I don't think I've ever seen, we've not seen this defense attorney pace as much as she's paced cross-examining this witness. And I told you, there'd be a lot of objections. Oh, it is. But this wasn't, I mean, it's long ago for us. He should, he's, sometimes they get, they just get forgetfulness when they're being cross-examined by the defense. You have a clipboard up in your house. You know who to blame. Still me. Still me. I told you, and you're like, no, it's just rain. Just rain. Like, it's coming. It's already been here. Yeah, he should have written a report. I've not seen this. And then her objecting to his own evidence that he collected as relevant. Like, he collected it. And he's like, I don't know. Oh, they are, for sure. I've just watched it happen too many times. All right, back to her. If she had a Fitbit on, she had reached her 10,000 steps by now. I don't think they were invented by then. back then.
Did you ever question Richard Kananen about any items you may have been given by his family members?
No, I didn't.
Ever question him about any masks that may have been found in his van?
Objection, relevance.
Come up here, please.
I want to talk a little bit about the evidence regarding the storage units. There were a number of storage units that Richard Kananen had in his name, correct?
Yes,
Opened, accounts opened, storage units rented at various times over the course of that period of time and before, correct?
yes,
Some of those units apparently having been opened years prior for legitimate purposes.
yes,
And many of those units having in them some degree of stuff that appeared to be legitimate construction worker type stuff.
yes.
Now, the items that were taken and stored there from Marilyn Kananen's home, which unit was that?
I'm unsure. I don't know what items were taken out of there. We were not able really to determine which items were pertinent and which weren't. We collected a lot of things.
The unit that had her vehicle in it,
Yes,
that was not the only unit that was large enough to store a vehicle, correct?
that is correct.
And it would appear that the car had been moved at least once after being put into storage, correct?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, do you know whether or not the car had been moved? Once
No
it was put
idea.
into storage?
I have no idea.
Now, Richard indicated that he utilized Susan Cowan's license tag in order to move that car from her home, correct?
I believe we did determine that. I don't remember who said it, but yes.
Now, Susan Cowan went on a cruise on September 13th, 2003,
Yes,
and she went with her mother.
she did.
And in the week preceding that, at some point earlier in the week, she had gone over to the Hudson area and picked up her mother. Were you-
I don't remember. I don't know that, no.
So to your knowledge, was Susan Cowan's car and license tag available for stealing to Richard Kananen on September 10 or 11 of 2003?
No idea. And check it.
Any idea where Richard would have initially moved that vehicle to?
No, I have no idea.
Any idea, given the storage unit records, when you would have first moved it into a storage unit?
Well, we can only speculate, but I think the 14th, is that the first entry? We have to look back at the records.
Well, that wasn't the only storage unit that was big enough for a car, correct?
Well, there's only one entrance to that storage unit.
Are you saying that both the storage units that would have been big enough for a car were in that particular business?
I believe so, yes.
Now, there were other storage units in other separate
There were.
storage facilities, correct?
Yes, ma'am, there were.
Were any of those big enough to get a car into?
I don't recall.
So you don't actually know which unit or where he would have initially taken the car, correct?
No, I have no idea.
Or where he would have, or when he would have actually moved the car to the unit that you found it in?
No, ma'am, I don't know.
And when the car was found, it did indeed have Susan Cowan's tag on it, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Did you ever talk to her about when it is she realized that her tag was missing?
I believe we did speak to her briefly.
I do remember that, Sharon, because he was reading off of it. But he should be able to, quote, refresh his memory, which means read it. She's not asked him to do that. The state will probably come back around and be, would it refresh your memory if you looked at your report? Meaning, if you read your report. I don't know. I get it. I know there was a long time between the crime and the trial. I give him grace there. But it's just like he doesn't seem to know anything. Let's go. Why would you try to cook from scratch without prepping anything? No. Bad, bad, bad. Hope it was good. Hope it was worth all your hard work.
Now, and by he, I mean Richard, had a van that was parked frequently outside his mother's home, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And in fact, on the day of the arrest, that's where that van was parked.
Yes, it was.
Certainly that van was roomy enough that it could have been used to initially transport a body, correct?
That's correct.
And the unit that we do have records for most of the activity appears to be during the daytime hours. Call it mid-morning, late afternoon, a couple after hours, but most of them are during the daytime, correct?
I'd have to look at the, again, but if you say so.
You knew Stacey Kananen worked during the day over at Disney full-time, correct?
I don't know what her hours were over there.
The bank accounts, when you first got involved in this case on November 10 of 2003, there had already been some activity regarding those accounts after Mom disappeared on September 11, correct?
I believe so, yes.
So there's already a red flag as far as these are accounts that shouldn't have had any activity, correct?
I don't think at that point, there was a time at the beginning of this that we were still hoping that Mrs. Kananen was alive somewhere and maybe accessing these accounts.
Was there ever anything done to track her down via any of that activity?
Yes, and that's what led us to believe that she was not here anymore.
The only account that appears to have money taken out of it after her disappearance is a SunTrust account, correct?
I'd have to look at the records again, but that was the one we concentrated on. Yes.
Well, there's no, we have the 5 checks written out of the SunTrust by Richard Kananen to 4 different entities. There aren't any other checks anywhere else that it appears that Richard wrote out, correct?
Not that I know of.
And those amounts, there's one for 18 and change, 15 and change, there's 2 for 2,500, and there's 1 for 1,000. Total roughly $37,000, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is it that the people, the law enforcement that were questioning Stacey would have gotten the number $100,000?
I don't know.
Well, if Detective Ruggiero says that you gave them the $100,000 number as the amount that had been stolen. Do you recall that happening?
I do not.
So you would agree that it isn't $100,000. It's more like $36,000.
Again, I'd have to look at the records, but if you say so.
Now, you knew that Mom, Marilyn Kananen, had an account jointly with her father, correct?
Yes,
And in investigating the bank records, you discovered, a number of things. One being that there had been a controversy in the family regarding her handling of the father's estates,
I was told that, yes.
and that there were some questions regarding monies that had been taken out of that account, apparently by her in the first part of 2003, correct?
Again, I'd have to look at the records. I know that,
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
I know that I was made aware that there was some money that had been taken out at some point.
And as we've discussed prior, you did look into that, correct?
I did, yes.
And there is no money trail or paper trail to allow you to know where that money went, correct?
Correct.
Now, there was, in reality, a letter from Social Security questioning and asking for information regarding Richard Kananen Sr., correct?
I don't recall that.
You knew that the PIN number request change had come in the last week or so of October 2003, correct?
Again, I'd have to look at the records, but I know that it was done sometime after the disappearance of Marilyn Kananen.
And before you got involved in the case.
That is correct.
Was there a freeze put on that account immediately?
The SunTrust account?
Yes.
No,
And you were in contact with Jennifer Loudenslager at SunTrust, correct?
yes, ma'am, I was.
And she was in charge of their fraud and loss department?
I believe so.
And you would have gotten in touch with her pretty immediately upon you getting involved in the case?
As soon as we had the information on the bank accounts, I would say yes.
And well, if the bank accounts were being fooled with in October, then that information would have been known when you got involved, correct?
I don't remember when I was made aware.
At that point, really the only leads that you would have had would have been things happening with those accounts, correct?
Well, there were other odd things, but the bank accounts, yes.
And so when you spoke with Ms. Loudenslager, you talked with her about putting a flag on the account, correct?
Yes,
And so what this flag meant was that anything that happened in relation to that account would come to her attention immediately, or that was what was supposed to happen, right?
correct.
So did you talk with her about, let me know if something happens on this account?
I believe I did, yes.
And so if anyone attempted to do an online payment, for example, that is something that you would have understood, would flag her, and she would call you?
I believe so, yes.
And if anybody attempted to certainly cash a check on one of Mom's accounts that was written after her death, that would have flagged her and she would have called you, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And so if there were any of these checks that were cashed at a SunTrust branch, you would have expected she would get flagged and she would call you.
I think so, yes.
On November 17th, 2003, it appears it appears that a check was cashed by Richard Kananen on that SunTrust account in the amount of, I'm sorry, did I say November 17th? I meant November 4th. That was cashed on that SunTrust account at a branch. Would you have been made aware of that when you got involved in the case?
November 4th was prior to the time I got involved in the case, so I
Right.
don't know if they had flagged the accounts at that point. I don't think so. I think that would have been some of the stuff that came later.
So at the first point that you talked with Jennifer Lautenslager, would you assume that you would have had a conversation with her that went something along the lines of, this woman's missing, it's now a homicide case, we are interested in everything that's been happening on that account? Correct?
I don't know exactly what I said to her, but I was interested in the account. Yes, absolutely.
And she would have given you information that, oh, not only are PIN numbers being changed and checks being written out to various businesses and individuals, but somebody came in and signed one of those very checks, cashed it at one of our branch offices. She would have told you that.
I would hope that she would have provided that, yes.
Was there ever any videotape ordered of the transaction that took place at this SunTrust branch on November 4, 2003?
I don't recall.
Now, the copies that are in evidence I'm going to show you page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down in this composite 15 for the state. This is that check that I'm talking about that apparently was, well, it's dated November 4, 2003. What is your understanding of when it is that check would have actually been written or produced relating to that date?
I'm not sure.
Did you talk with SunTrust about how it is their bill pay or their online bill pay actually works?
I think I got a brief account of it, yes.
So is that check, would that have been something that the client or fake client would have ordered online from a computer and then printed out themselves?
That's my understanding.
Or is it something that they would have ordered online and would have been sent to them
I don't think so. I think they ordered it and printed it out.
and printed out? And so that date there on the top right-hand corner, is that a date that the software would stamp on there because that's the date you're printing it from your computer, or is that the date that the client or fake client puts in?
I don't know what date you're referring to. You're talking about the date of the check?
Yes.
I don't know that.
All right. And on this particular copy, I mean, it appears to me that it was cashed because it appears that there's a Florida driver's license number on the front of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else about that check that would tell you whether it was cashed or not cashed?
There appears to be an endorsement on the back, but it's a bad copy. I can't see it very well.
Do you know whether that check was cashed or not cashed?
I don't recall.
Do you know if it was, is there any other date on the back of it that would help you know if it was cashed or deposited?
There's some kind of a stamp on there, but again, I can't tell what it says.
Anything about that would tell you if indeed it was cashed, what date it was cashed on?
No, ma'am.
And certainly, you could put your driver's license on the front of a check intending to cash it and actually end up depositing it. Do you know whether that check was actually cashed or deposited?
I don't.
Ever asked Richard about it?
No, I didn't.
That's a check written out to him, correct?
Yes.
All right, the next one is the check dated November 7, 2003, made out to Emerald Electric for, I'm gonna make you take a stab at it, for what amount?
It's like $15,843.33.
And is it your belief that that check was created in the same way, somebody online printing it out?
That is my understanding, yes.
And that would have been, that's something you would have asked Richard about?
I don't believe we questioned him about the checks, but
All right. That is a check written to Emerald Electric, and do you know whether that check was cashed or deposited?
it says for deposit only.
And do you know what date?
I can't tell.
All right. Now, you knew which Bank Emerald Electric account was out, correct?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And you would have known that back in November 2003, correct?
I believe so.
Ever do anything to get a hold of any video from this date that this check says for deposit only was deposited, to see who did that?
I don't recall.
Now, we have one check written in the name of Stacey Kananen, appears to have been created in the same way.
Yes, it appears to be, yes.
The amount is $2,500,
Yes, ma'am, it is.
and the date is November 17.
That's correct.
This would have been a number of days after you were involved in this case, correct?
Yes,
And doing not much more every day, but working on this case, correct?
correct.
And was that check cash or deposited?
Well, again, it has an endorsement on it. It doesn't say for deposit only, so I'm assuming that it was cashed.
All right, and any date that you can see when that would have happened?
No, ma'am.
Any video ordered of the branch, the SunTrust branch, that this check would have been cashed at?
Again, I don't recall.
Now, you would agree that if the check were cashed, there would have been a stamp on the back of it that would have told you which branch it was cashed at, correct?
Should be, yes.
The next check, same situation, written out to Richard Kananen, appears to be the same date, appears to be cashed. Can't read the stamp to tell us where or when.
Right.
You know,
I'm sorry, but his gloves. It looks like he's got fake hands up there. He's got mannequin hands.
Honestly, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I looked real quick and I was like, "Am I hallucinating?" Because it just continues with his white cuff. There's no break there to say that there's skin. You know?
I don't know why he hasn't taken them off. Like, you opened the evidence. You were told to put the evidence down so the jury couldn't see it. We never saw the evidence again. But your hands have to be sweating in those gloves, and you're just sitting there.
I mean, he looks pretty comfortable.
He does. Like, it's like if you went to shake his hand, you would just pull it off.
Yeah. Like he did a wax hand at a carnival or something,
Yes.
but never took the wax off.
I'm with Amy. Are you back in the bathroom again? Whoever, because I read your name because that's your name on there. Oh,
She went to the little witness room.
little witness, the little painter's room. She paints.
Yeah.
So, paint a scene. Oh my goodness.
Sure, she's painting a scene in the bathroom. That's where she is. I mean, I don't know, but
I don't know. Oh my goodness.
yeah, he had totally just, those are dipped wax hands.
Now she's back.
Those are mannequin hands. Those aren't even real hands.
Yeah, like
They
I said,
look-
they're mannequin hands.
Yeah.
Even the way he has them.
Yeah, the way it looks like a fake hand.
It
Like it's
does.
whittled out of it's a whittled wooden hand. It's whittled. It's not even a real hand. An old man from Alaska who lives in a treehouse whittled that hand right there.
Yes, that's why I said when you go to shake it, you're just gonna pull it because he's gonna let go. Then
Yes, it's an unstained whittled hand, is what that is.
unstained,
An unstained,
whittled hand.
fresh white pine Whittled hand is what that is.
Let's go.
Oh my lord.
Well, you've got a little bit of time. We'll be done. We'll be done before then. And you can fake sleep. After. We're almost finished. She just told me they got another table in a restaurant for dessert drinks. And we'll walk home. We'll make sure that she makes it home safely. Maybe she should Uber. Okay, fine, you win. I'm working, not watching, but you made me look.
I mean, how could you not look when I say unstained, whittled, fresh white pine hand? I mean, how could you not look?
She said, it does look like fake hands.
It does. I mean, doesn't it? Did he even move one of those wooden unstained fingers?
I don't know.
Hopefully the next scene isn't just one finger stained and the rest is just white, because that would be questionable.
Or what Bad Dazzler said. Also,
Yeah,
hello,
ask a
Jenny.
judge for some. Yeah, I mean,
Blue Bay. Let's go. That means nothing to me. I don't know how far away that is from your house, so I don't know if she can walk home from there or not. Or that she should.
Or even if that's where you are.
Yeah, I have no idea.
She's gonna walk. She's in Manhattan. She's gonna walk all the way from Manhattan to Rhode Island or wherever the heck you are.
Right.
It's a long walk.
I have
Is
no
your
idea.
wife Forrest Gump? Because if she is,
She's just gonna keep walking. Don't have to worry about it.
I just kept running.
That was exactly when I looked. I'm watching Outlander, and one of the guys has a wooden hand. He stained his, but
Wow.
this hand looks like it before the stain.
That's what I'm saying. This looks like, I don't know. Is there record of like random people with just like one random albino hand?
I don't know.
Just one of their hands is albino, but the rest of them is regular? Like, how does it even work?
I have no idea. But all right. Let's get back to it. Also, I know she's
All
not,
right.
but it looks like the court reporter's checking out the
She totally is. She's checking out
defense.
her.
I think she's
she's
looking.
checking out her thigh-high boots.
I think she's looking at her boots. I like the boots. I just don't like them with that outfit because it's too much. It's just too much tan. I like
It's too.
the
Yeah,
suit is
she's-
fine. The boots are fine. Just not together.
I mean, one shade lighter should be the same shade as his wooden hand. So we wouldn't be able to see anything at this point if it was one shade lighter.
Oh, Bad Dad.
Hmm.
It kind of seems to be that way, Haley. I will say. Yes, whoever I knew
Oh.
you were you were gonna comment that, but I didn't get it. I didn't get it approved in time. Whoever said it's all about the shapely bums in this trial.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. Bad
Well-
Dazzler's comment is right on point.
Yes. Let's go. Then the first witness, the defense attorney, the court reporter, the gym teacher sitting behind the defendant. They all should have your attention. Because
I don't
the
know.
boobs are huge. To quote
Her
Liar
skin
Liar.
is like 2 shades lighter than her actual suit, so her kneecaps kind of a little bit disappear.
It's too much. The
Or
glorious,
too little.
the glorious gluteals. That's not a lawyer. That's a horse. That's not nice.
Wow. Well, technically, I can understand what Lesko's saying, because every time I look at this woman's hair, all I think of is My Little Pony because of her hair.
No.
I'm sorry, but I do. But
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, exactly, whoever. Nay.
Nay. You just want to have a hand in it. I mean, the trial.
Oh, he's
Is the
right.
gym teacher the other half? I don't know, Haley. I don't know because there was Suspender Man there who I thought she might have been with, but Suspender Man is not there again, and but the same woman is there with her, so I'm not sure who's matched up where, and I don't know if
Facts.
that's her other half because if that is her other half, she wants to beat people up,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I think she can, and I think she probably has, and will continue to.
All right.
All right, I'm hitting play now.
Last check is for $15,224, written on that same date, November 17, 2003, correct?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And for deposit only, correct?
Yes.
At Bank of America.
I don't see where it says that, but okay, I see it.
Ever any video you ordered from Bank of America to see who it is deposited that check?
I don't recall.
Did you collect any deposit slips for Bank of America to determine whether or not those 5 checks were cashed and or deposited?
We asked for bank records. I don't remember exactly what they sent. Again, we'd have to go back through those.
So fair to say that based on the records, the only money out of Maryland's Sun Trust account that you can tie to Stacey Kananen is that check for $2,500, correct? The one that we just looked at, that was in her name.
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
And her having told law enforcement and others having verified this, that she took some money and made a down payment and traded her car there in November 2003. That may or may not have included that $2,500.
I don't know.
All right. Speaking of that truck of hers, accurate that the Nissan truck that she purchased in November of 2003, she purchased with a down payment, a trade-in of her truck, and she financed the rest.
I don't know that.
Did you do any investigation as to how much money she put down on that truck?
I don't recall.
Did you give officers Ruggiero and McCain any evidence or impression, or intentionally give them an impression, that she had paid cash for that vehicle?
I don't recall that at all.
You would agree that you never showed Stacey or questioned Stacey about backtrack. You never personally showed Stacey the $2,500 check and said, is this you? Did you cash it? What's this about? Correct?
No, I didn't.
And you did not give that check or a copy of that check to law enforcement when they were questioning her so that they could show her that check, correct?
I don't believe so.
Now, you would have reviewed the information and evidence that you had in the days following December 22, 2003, in order to draft your affidavit for arrest warrant for Richard, correct?
That's generally how it works. Yes, ma'am.
And to review whether or not you had evidence to charge Stacey with something, correct? You would have been making that decision.
Yes.
And part of that would have been reviewing the interviews that law enforcement did with both of them, correct?
Yes.
And you had not actually been involved in the interview with Stacey, so you would have listened to that tape, correct?
That is correct.
And then the surreptitiously recorded conversation between the two of them on the 22nd. That was being monitored, meaning was being listened to by law enforcement, but not you, correct?
Correct.
You were working on getting search warrants and the tracker put on the vehicle, and there's a lot of things going on that day.
That is correct.
And it would have been monitored in part because the plan was already to follow them in some part because you didn't want them potentially interfering with the search warrant that's getting executed, correct?
Partially, yes.
And so part of the monitoring them would have been to see if you had some idea about whether they planned to go directly back to where it is you wanted to be searching.
Correct.
And you would have reviewed that tape later, correct?
Yes.
Now, you would agree that the audio on that recording is not of the highest quality,
I
correct?
agree. Yes, ma'am.
And the people who would have put together the transcript that is attempted to be utilized, they would have not had any high-powered CSI type equipment to make that bad audio tape better, correct?
We sent it over to the FDLE. There's a guy over there that we use that enhances audio, and he was able to do something with it, but it wasn't great.
You would agree that there are portions of it that are inaudible,
Yes, I would.
and that nobody from Detective Ruggiero didn't go up there to FDLE to sit down with that guy to make sure that this tape was accurately transcribed, correct?
He didn't hear it anyway.
Okay, well, I meant, I see what you're saying. Do you know who it is who did actually hear it? Can you-
I don't think anybody was able to hear it the day of.
So there would not have been anybody then able to actually go and sit down with the FDLE guy and verify or not verify that the transcript was accurate.
That is correct.
You would agree that the thing that changed between April 30 of 2007 and May 1 of 2007 that led you to filling out an affidavit for an arrest warrant for Stacey Kananen was your conversation with Richard Kananen.
Certainly was the main thrust, yes.
And you would agree that the version of events that he gave you on May 1, 2007, you never went back and questioned him as to any aspect of it, correct?
We did go back at one point and ask him some additional information about some of the things that we were unable to prove.
You did not challenge him on any of the areas that I've asked you about here today, correct?
Correct.
And part of that is because it wasn't your job to put your personal seal of approval on whether he was telling you the truth or not.
That is true.
I don't have anything further.
Ms. Wilkinson?
Tennis has asked you some questions, Detective Hussey, about what was tested coming from the body. Were prior murder cases with Michael Vincent,
Yes, ma'am, I have.
one of the more experienced crime scene techs.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
As a body is decomposing, are fluids going to be coming out of the body?
Absolutely.
Would you expect those fluids to affect the quality of the evidence that's also in the grave with the body itself?
Of course.
Fluids would come out on the bag and the duct tape.
Yes, ma'am.
As the body decomposes, in Marilyn Kananen's case, the body actually shrinks in weight.
Yes, it does.
That would affect where the taser may or may not be found.
I would say yes.
Based on your investigation in this case, Marilyn Kananen was killed in her own home.
That's what we've been led to believe, yes.
Buried in the backyard of Stacey.
Correct.
Body moved at least on one occasion, perhaps more.
Yes.
And when you have a missing person situation like Marilyn Kananen with a car that is also missing, is there something such as a bolo that is put out?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
And that bolo, of course, would not have been put out till after she's reported missing.
That's correct.
The white Toyota could have been on the road anywhere on the night of September 10th, going into the morning hours of September 11th, 2003, and there would be nothing for law enforcement to be aware of that car,
Correct.
whether it's her license plate or someone else's.
That is correct.
She's asked you about a probable cause arrest of Richard. In Ms. Kananen's case, you actually sought an arrest warrant.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
As an arrest warrant, you're swearing to those facts.
Yes.
So also asked you some questions on the SunTrust bank accounts. Were there a lot of steps taken during this investigation as far as getting information on those accounts?
Yes, ma'am, there were.
Back on November 12th of 2003, you first do what's called investigative subpoenas.
I'm not sure of the date, but yes, that's how it
You
starts.
can refresh your recollection with your report as far as the date.
That was the date, yes.
Getting investigative subpoenas is just a document for you to have access to what is people's personal information.
That's correct.
Then on November 14th, did you serve those subpoenas?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And it wasn't until December 2nd that you first met with the representative from SunTrust.
That is correct.
Ms. Sazanero. And at that point would have gotten information about these checks.
Correct.
And so when these checks were being cashed back in November, there was not a hold on this account yet, was there?
No, ma'am.
And it was on December 2nd that you received information about these accounts and the checks being cashed.
That is correct.
December 9th, is that when you spoke to Jennifer Loudenslager?
That is the correct date, yes, ma'am.
And at that point, she would have discussed with you where some of these checks had gone
Yes,
and discussed with you a phone call that she received from their call center in Tennessee.
Not sure that that was the date of the phone call, no. The phone call came on the 18th, I think.
Even later than December 2nd.
Yes.
December 2nd is when the actual hold is put on the account because you're aware of the fact someone's accessing it. And it's most likely not Marilyn Kananen.
I don't think we put the hold on it. I think when we talked to Sunbank, they were unwilling at that time to put a hold on the account based on the information that we had at that time.
They were joint accounts.
Right,
One of the people in that account was deceased.
right.
These accounts were involved sort of in an estate.
They weren't
process.
sure. I mean, they weren't at that point.
Then she's also asked you some questions about Stacey's car and car loans. As a homicide investigator, are you aware of the Orange County Tax and Property Office?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
One of your investigative techniques is to see if there was any lien that's been filed.
Yes, we do that routinely.
And on December 5th of 2003, did you check the Orange County tax records to specifically see if there was a lien on Stacey's car?
Judge, I'd like to object and approach.
Okay. Folks, you need a break?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead. We'll see you back here in 3:15.
Are we gonna get some argument?
December 5th,
Nope.
2003, did you check the Orange County tax records for any evidence of a lien?
I don't see anything here, and I don't recall doing that.
Have you used Detective Hussey, if I were to show you your report in this case, would that refresh your recollection?
It might. I have the report here. I don't see it. Maybe I'm just missing it.
You would look at page 14, the top paragraph.
As Chrissy would say, whisper, 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 whisper. I know you guys don't know Chrissy because she's busy and can't join us anymore. But she is in our Discord because I see that she's in there every once in a while being sneaky. And she's hilarious. Also, they should turn their mics off. But no, let's go. We will not be finishing this trial tonight.
Your investigative report as far as Richards.
It's just in a different place in this other report. I drove by the residence. I did run the tag. And, according to the Orange County Tax Collector's Office, there were no current liens.
And that was the information that you would have discussed with the other detectives who were going to interview Stacey.
At some point, yes.
Oh man, he took his gloves off. Thanks for the super chat, Brandon. Be a friend and tell a friend something nice. It could change their life. All right, Brandon. What if I have to lie to you to tell you something nice that we will end this trial tonight. We're not, but pretend we are. Did that change your life? Also, he goes on to say, Gabby could move out of the cesspool state and not be such. I will not call her a masshole because she hates that. AJ might actually put some effort into staying up later. Might. Might not. I have a little tiny human to take care of tomorrow. Well, I'm sorry. That's a negative attitude. If you Hey, no negative attitudes. And no zoning out. That's only I'm allowed to zone out. Meh, I've heard worse. No, because I know she testifies. The defendant does testify, so I'm pretty sure the prosecutors doesn't call her as a witness, although they'd probably love to. Yeah, we don't call people massholes. It's not worth. Hey, it's not worth even talking about massholes. That's why we just don't talk about massholes. Period. Full stop.
Well, people
And-
from Mass we don't call each other massholes. That's an outside term that stupid, dumb people call us. We're not locals, and we're like, hey, masshole, how you doing, masshole? How's your masshole day, masshole? Yeah, this is the stupidest term ever. Whatever.
That'd be hilarious, though, if you guys did. Could you imagine?
No, thank you.
I mean, it'd be just like what you just said.
Exactly. It'd be like The Sims, but in real life. It'd be horrifying.
That's
Something
Carmen
like
Bauer.
Lesko says about us. You know, we don't have time for that.
I know they can't. Whoever it would be funny for once if they could just be completely improper. But it would be
Excuse me, Mr. Masshole. Why are you a masshole?
I never heard that term masshole until Karen Reed.
Yeah.
You should have been when Gabby tried to teach me how to speak Boston.
Yeah, well, it's alive. You can go back and watch it. That was entertaining. That's where I learned.
Gabby
That's where I
learned
learned
fat.
what fat meant. So first time for everything.
You didn't have a gang called Masshole?
Mash Shoals? No, we didn't have a gang called Mash Shoals.
There's never been a more perfect term than masshole, except where Gabby's concerned.
Yeah.
She's an exception.
Real Massachusetts people don't call each other. It's a outside term. You know, people just come here. They're not used to here, so they call us massholes. Massachusetts assholes is the term. Masshole.
It was fun, Ronnie. I think Gabby learned more than I did.
I think I did, actually. My brain exploded, I think, that night.
Probably from some dumb Midwesterner like me.
Probably. Or someone like Lesko who probably spread that rumor many years ago, and now it's just, here now.
I don't know if I've ever gone to a bar with someone from Massachusetts and not gotten into a fight for no reason.
Really?
I could be any college town.
Yeah. What are you going out with, like, newly 21-year-olds?
I'm just saying. It could. That just describes everything. Yeah, it's just called Gabby teaches AJ to speak Boston. But she was the one that got schooled.
I did. I will admit it. I got schooled that night, and my brain exploded because AJ and my husband knew what it meant, and I didn't. And my flabbers were gasted that night. I'm like, are these people serious?
I wish that Mr. Gabby would have been home when that conversation was happening, so you could have asked him in real time,
I asked him the
Because-
next day.
I
I told him
know.
about it. And he was like, yeah, he started laughing. I was like, don't even effing tell me. You know what it means. And I didn't. You knew what it meant. You didn't even tell me. Unbelievable. 16 years of marriage, straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Went to jail, arrested.
Gasted. They were gasted. Whoever. Straight gasted.
I'm sure it was started by someone from New Hampshire or Rhode Island who got cut off by a
Probably.
Massachusetts driver.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
because Gabby has told me about Rhode Island drivers. They deserve to be cut off.
Well, that's the thing is Rhode Island drivers say the same thing about Mass drivers, and Mass drivers say crappy things about every other drivers who aren't from Mass. They're whatever, move out of our way, and Rhode Island driver, damn massholes. We'll just fight
think
with anyone at this
They
point.
just drive slow.
Yeah, Rhode Island
from
driver.
what I've
Well, because
gathered.
they have no choice but to, because they have speed cameras up everywhere in Rhode Island, so they have to drive slow. So then when they come into Mass is like, it's 50 here. Why are you driving 25? You're basically gonna RIP yourself. Get the heck out of my way, because this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. So
It's basically Appalachia North unless you can penetrate the interior of Boston. What, Rhode Island?
do people
Or-
from Boston not just drop letters out of the words? I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about the Oz?
The Oz. I guess.
I have to have
They
I have to
drive-
record my aunt and my uncle and me having a conversation and then play it on here, because you all would probably be unalive with laughter because you think my accent is thick. I lost a lot of it. Their accent is I don't think you'd be able to understand them, to be honest with you.
See, John Gary, I can only read up to. I can read. A masshole cut me off in Rhode Island and caused my delicious pie from Sunset Farms in some weird place
Narragansett.
to go flying. Because I would have never gotten that word. I would have never gotten the name of that town right.
Narragansett?
Narragansett. I would have.
That's in Rhode Island.
Because it's probably. I would have been like, it's not pronounced that way. Like Worcester, whatever. Worcester.
No.
Naranja.
No, that's God dang it.
Orange.
That's a place in Jumanji, for goodness sake. What the hell is that?
It's an orange.
Good Lord.
All right. I don't know what's wrong with it. I just can't say it.
Nothing's wrong with Narragansett. She just can't say the word Narragansett.
Narragansett. I just don't trust words from the East anymore after I said
Is it a
Worcester.
Spanish word for fruit? Orange?
Orange,
No,
yeah.
it's not. It's a
No.
place in Rhode Island.
No. Naranja. But whoever put up there is a Spanish word for
Oh.
orange.
Oh! I thought she was trying to say Narragansett, but she was literally spelling a real word that, I wasn't even paying attention. My bad. But Narragansett is an actual really nice place. It's right on the water.
John Gary,
Yeah,
she's talking about how nice it is there.
It is very nice out there. My sister went to school out there. It's right on the water. It's beautiful.
I think it does only have one R.
Yes, it only has one orange in the word. And yeah.
No, it's orange.
No, it's water.
Oh, Sharon, I wish you'd get feeling better. I hate to hear that.
Yeah. Feel better, Sharon.
Have a good night, Sharon. Get some rest. All right, we're about done.
All right.
We got to finish this. 15
Yeah,
minutes. It
okay,
feels like we're
whoever. You think you're clever. Look at her, agua. We all know that word.
This last
Unbelievable.
30 minutes have taken forever.
I'm an idiot. I thought she was trying to spell Narragansett. Like, it's right there in chat. How could she not spell it? Why does she think it means orange? I got schooled again. You see what happens? Unbelievable.
And play.
And Finn.
As part of this investigation, you would have been aware of the fact that the one bank account in Lawrence Reagan and Marilyn Kananen's name was a large sum of money.
At some point it was, yes.
As far as you were not the person interviewing Stacey as to the exact dollar amounts taken out.
That is correct.
There was a certain point in the investigation, in the very beginning, the McCoy accounts were frozen.
Yes,
And later on in the investigation, then SunTrust was.
correct.
Now, in talking about this, did you become aware of businesses that were in the name of Richard and Stacey?
Yes, I did.
What businesses would that have been?
Emerald Electric and Green Acres Landscaping Services.
And both those businesses were in both their names.
I believe so, yes. I'd have to look at the paperwork, but I think so.
As far as your investigation in this case, did there come a time prior to ever meeting Stacey Kananen that she was a person of interest or a suspect in this case?
Yes,
After the arrest of Richard, was Ms. Kananen still a person of interest or suspect in this case?
she was to me, yes.
And that was based on information you developed that led to the arrest of Richard.
Yes,
Were there times during the investigation and pending case of Richard Kananen that you would have met with the state attorney's office to discuss the viability of prosecuting Stacey?
yes, ma'am.
Is that something that you were looking to show based on the evidence you had?
Yes, I was.
Way before you ever interviewed Richard, May 1st, 2007.
Yes,
When you interviewed Richard, that was almost 4 years, 3.5 at least, after this murder had been committed.
yes, ma'am, it was.
In questioning him, did he appear to be forthright with you?
Yes, ma'am, he appeared to be.
Did he have any diary with him that sat down the exact notes that he had of what he told you his sister and him did back on September 10th, going into the 11th of 2003?
No, ma'am, he did not.
Items that have been in decomposing fluid, would that make it difficult to do DNA testing?
I believe it would.
Objections, sounds like speculation given prior answers.
Well, I don't know that he's qualified to testify. I'll sustain the objection.
In looking at and determining what evidence is going to be sent to Florida Department of Law Enforcement, do you look at the condition that the evidence is in?
Myself and the crime scene people would, yes.
In this particular case, you're aware of the fact that the duct tape had been in the ground with Ms. Kananen's body for 3 months.
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions.
Ms. Taylor?
Detective, you're certainly aware that DNA has been used as evidence in cases in all sorts of conditions, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Meaning DNA has been found and tested and utilized in objects that have been buried before, correct?
Sure.
Burned, correct?
Yes.
Submerged, correct?
I don't know.
Items that are extremely old and have been left out in the sun are sometimes tested successfully for DNA.
Sometimes, yes.
Mr. Vincent, your CSI person, would not have been the person who would have done a DNA test, correct?
No.
The decision would have been made, and you are the director of what decisions get made in this area as far as what gets sent off to FDA, correct?
The way it works is we would sit down with the crime scene person, and we would try to determine what the best items to be sent are. The state limits us in how many items we can send, and a lot of times we'll confer with them as to what items they think would be best tested.
In this particular case, 0 items were sent to FDA for DNA testing, correct?
I don't know.
And Mr. Vincent was unable to get any prints off, so no prints would have been sent for testing, correct?
Correct.
This isn't
I'm
a
sorry,
case
I'm
where
never
you
gonna
had,
forget that.
many pieces of evidence sent off to
No, I'm never forgetting that, and also I'm taking a snapshot of that, so I can also never forget it.
Let's go.
Because I mean, I feel like that should never be forgotten.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. I didn't get to see it. I had to go back and thank you for his super chat because I was watching a video that Miss McPickle sent me of baby McPickle. So
Yeah, I'm gonna forget in 10 minutes, but then 3 months from now, I'm gonna be looking through my pictures and be like, "Oh my God, I remember that Lesko said that 3 months ago." It's gonna be hilarious. Trust me, it's gonna be hilarious 3 months from now when I bring it up. Guaranteed.
let's say I want to open up
Of
a
course,
Turkish
Miss
snow
Pickle
cone
is in
stand.
here.
Which area of Mass would you recommend I open it in? I can't answer that. Gabby
But I
didn't
did.
answer that. Or you
I
did
did
answer that.
it. Yeah,
You
right under his
said you were
comment.
going to forget in 10 minutes. I forget 10 seconds sometimes after I say something here, and then somebody in chat will reply back. I'm like, what did I say?
Mm-hmm.
But I won't forget that. You can't say
No.
something like that.
Yeah, well, no, AJ, you won't forget it because 3 months from now, I'm going to send you a snapshot of the snapshot I just took. Be like, hey, remember this 3 months ago? It's going to be great. And then Carmen's going to jump in and be like, when did that happen? You're like, you were sleeping.
Oh my goodness. She'd be like, no,
It's
I
gonna
was
be great.
working.
No, it's going to be great. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be awesome.
I'm sad he took his gloves off.
I mean, didn't even, I mean, I guess it looks like his hands have more circulation in it now. They're not the same color as his cuffs.
But I won't do that. But I won't forget that.
Yeah, no, I won't. I'll never forget it 3 months from now when I look through my phone.
Huh? What you talking about, Rufus?
Rufus! Oh, that's a good one.
I'm glad you left those out. Thank you. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
All I saw was that those you know, of mine today was from blank blank, and I was like, oh really? Snap shot. Never forgetting that. I'm gonna frame that, put it on my wall.
Art. Get it tattooed. You know, a good tattoo artist.
In Lesko's typing language,
Yes.
typing handwriting.
Yes.
What is that?
Have him
Comic
handwrite it
Sans?
and send
Comic
it to you.
Sans?
Comic Sans.
What are you typing in Lesko Comic Sans?
Times New Roman.
Yeah, times 2 Roman. I'm gonna get that, and then Becca's my favorite comment from Becca.
Also, put Becca's by a great big ear with an antenna. She always knows.
I was gonna get it with a Mount Olympus.
With Mountain Olympus. No art allowed.
No, and a chisel.
All right, we got 10 minutes. Why does it seem like this is going forever?
I feel like you just said 10 minutes, 30, 35 minutes ago.
I know.
Well,
I know. I haven't even
you know what
stopped that
happened?
much.
Well, you know what happened was Lesko had to come in with that comment, and then we had to stop 10 minutes ago, 35 minutes ago. So now,
But it's hilarious.
I mean, it was, but now we really have 10 minutes left.
And if Baker ever finds that out, it won't be from me. But if he ever finds that out,
I mean,
He's
I'm not
sweet.
going to say he's not going to find out from me, maybe 3 months from now. Because once this live's over, I'm going to forget about it. And then I'm going to look through my phone 3 months from now. Like, oh, yeah, I remember that.
all right, let's go switch to what is
What the fuck?
TMN? Times New Roman to Arial
Uh,
from Time to Arial 8-point font rainbow coloring.
I mean, that's something, Zach would use.
You do not need to watch it all at all because
As the hussy.
he has not said anything. His thing is, I don't recall, I don't know, because the defense attorney did not allow him to look at his report. And the state had him refresh his memory a little bit from his report. But no.
Also, he misses his moisturizing gloves. He's
Yes.
kind of sad he had to get rid of them.
They're right there. They're on the bench beside him. He could put them back on.
Oh my God, is that them? That little white
Yeah.
clump?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And he kept his evidence gloves on almost the entire time, even though he was not handling any evidence at all. And it's hilarious.
Well, I guess it's better than people not wearing gloves at all. So,
And yes, you should probably tell him.
you should probably tell him.
That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Detective Hussey does not recall, or nor does he know. All right, 20 minutes left.
Wait, you said 10. Now it's 20?
It's 10, I swear.
I don't even
It's
believe
10.
you at this point.
It's 10. I promise. Hopefully it's only 5 and the judge just has a lot to say. We can skip it. All right.
The judge is eating candy wrappers up there.
I know.
Jesus.
All right, here we go.
The elite that broke the border of your limit, correct?
If you say so, I don't know what items were sent.
Actually, are you aware of there being any items that were sent to FDLE for forensic testing?
I don't recall.
Certainly if directed to by yourself, Mr. Vincent would have taken a swab from the underneath of that duct tape and would have sent it to FDLE, correct?
Like I say, the decision would have been made between the two of us, whether or not that was something that would have been likely to yield results.
There is no physical evidence that Marilyn Kananen was killed in her own home, correct?
Correct.
There is no forensic evidence that Marilyn Kananen was killed in her own home, correct?
Correct.
The only evidence that Marilyn Kananen was killed in her own home is Richard Kananen.
Correct.
And that would have been in the version coming May 1 of 2007.
That is correct.
Now, this investigative subpoena, that is kind of a fancy way of saying law enforcement can make requests of businesses, companies, individuals for business documentation that's related to an ongoing investigation, correct?
That is correct.
Now, you can go an official route and ask for a court order, or you can actually just issue those on your own, correct?
No, they have to go to the state attorney's office.
Or, I'm sorry, through the state attorney's office. And you do these frequently in cases, correct?
Yes, we do.
And there's nothing real fancy about it. It's a couple of forms that you fill out that go to the state attorney, you get sent to the entity, and then they return those documents to you, correct?
That's correct.
Often, you can even do this by way of fax, correct?
Sometimes we do, yes.
And often it gets you information very, very quickly, sometimes within a day or so, even you can have information.
Sometimes.
And sometimes excruciatingly long, it can take
Yes.
months. So this is a technique that you could use at any point to get any documents that you wanted out of SunTrust Bank or any of the other banks involved, correct?
Theoretically, yes.
And that could have been utilized to get a videotape from SunTrust or any of the other banks involved, correct?
Objection has to be answered.
Correct?
Yes.
And this could have been used to send for documentation from Nissan regarding the car, correct?
What
Regarding-
information?
Regarding Stacey's car, the terms of her purchase, et cetera.
Possibly, probably.
Now, you've testified that you took a look on December 5, 2003, and did not see a lien filed. I'm going to show you a document. And ask you if it's possible that either you were mistaken or that there was a lien filed and for some reason did not show up on the computer a few days later on December 5.
It's very possible.
It does appear that there was a lien filed by Nissan for Stacey for that vehicle in late November 2003.
Okay.
correct?
By this paperwork, yes.
This tenant would show me the documents to show the witness.
So if I'm getting what you said here a minute ago correctly, the first time you talked to SunTrust would have been approximately a month after you got this case. I believe you said it was December 9, 2003 that you would have talked to Jennifer.
I think I talked to the other lady first. December 9th is when I met with Jennifer. And I think Miss Arzina is the first lady I talked to. Spoke with her on the 2nd of December, Miss Arzina.
And all she was really able to do was tell you that she didn't handle issues involving looking into accounts and theft and fraud and the potential criminal charges, and that you'd have to talk with Jennifer, correct?
That is correct, yes.
And then you would have talked to Jennifer on December 9th.
Yes.
And coming into the case on November 10, you would have known that the PIN numbers were already being changed and the online account being set up, because that happened in the end of October, correct?
I don't remember if any of that information was given to me at that time.
There's I believe it's on page 20 of your report.
I don't know what you're referring to on page 20.
On page 20 of your report, that the PIN change request occurred on October 23rd.
What's the date that you're showing that?
then there's nothing to do with page 20, is there?
This tennis, there's 2 reports.
Is that why I'm so confused?
Page 22.
Okay, actually, I'm looking at, I think I had you confused because I'm talking apples and oranges. I'm looking at the sum report. Sum report, page 20, regarding the PIN number request on October 29.
Yes.
All right, sorry about that. All right. So you agree that that came in 12 days or so prior to you getting involved in the case?
Yes. But I don't know that we were aware of that. And this is when I was talking to this lady, she was telling me what date the PIN number was changed.
All right, and that would have been Ms.
Azanero,
Azanero
Yes, ma'am.
on December 2.
December the 2nd, yes.
Thank you. I have nothing further.
Thank you. Deputy, you may step down.
And go away. Forever. All right, well, that was horrible. And long. And awful. My apologies. The Detective Hussey was a letdown. A big fat nothing. I can't promise that anything next week because I don't know who these people are. Oh, we do get the medical examiner. I am looking forward to her testimony. And then we get
all I can think of is the Germans right now.
we get the medical examiner. We get Jennifer Laudenslager, who I think is
Exactly, the Germans. They're invading now.
But I did change in honor of the gloves. I changed the outro.
Oh, did you?
I did. So it's a throwback. Some of you will be familiar with it. Some of you won't. But you should enjoy it. And
Sure
you
will.
should also enjoy your weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Stay warm. And if you're warm, good for you.
Also, Ronnie is, send prayers and thoughts to Ronnie because she has a deathly sick illness, and she's obsessed with people who have colder weather than her. She needs to know every temperature change. She watches Ice Road Truckers and is aroused by that.
And Life Below Zero and Alaska.
Yeah. She's like Naked and Afraid, Sub-Zero levels. She's like, I'm in. She's like, let's do this.
It's because of the way it's spelled, John Gary, and I heard them say it.
Yeah.
Before I had to say it. I heard them say it in the trial. So
how were you gonna say it?
Well, it's spelled Laudenslager.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Narragansett.
Oh, I would have been like Narragansett.
Like an orangutan?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Wow.
Narragansett. I would have I'm putting an extra A in there for some reason.
Yeah. That happens to me sometimes.
It could
But I
be
put extra N's in things for some weird reason.
a Narragansett.
Yeah.
There's lots of
She's
ways.
like she's like an orangutan set.
Yeah, like you don't even want to know. My whole life, I have said things funny. You don't even want to know. Like Jeep Laredos. I remember the first time I saw one of those, I was like, "What's a Laredo?" My husband was like, "What?" I was like, "A Laredo." He goes, "A Laredo?" I'm like, "Whatever." Like my brain is weird like that, and
that's kind of funny because my mom, when she had to fill in a an accident report, there's a little box that says moped, but she wrote it as moped. And she's like, "What's a moped? What's a moped? Why is there moped on here?"
I moped after my accident. Yes, for sure. I don't
like,
play
moped?
golf.
Yeah,
I don't play
No.
golf.
me either.
I tried once when I
I
was
try never to snob it up.
a teenager. My friend, her family was, I don't know, her sister was a good golfer. Her parents liked to golf. Her and I, not so much. And so we went and played 18 freaking holes. I'm like, and we had no clue what we were doing. It was the worst day ever. It was so boring. I hated it.
Oh my
And then
God.
I just went and drove the golf course cart one time with another friend, thinking that would be better. And it was not. I was
I
like the
mean-
moped. I moped.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like me, you, and Carmen on a golf cart.
That would be fun.
Kind of fun.
But that I had no fun. That was no fun.
Oh man.
All right, guys. We will be back Monday at 6 p.m. Maybe we'll get lucky and the spawn will join us. I make no promises because
And I never promise anything, so
that's why there's a pool, tennis course, etc. Well, we were there for one thing, and it was to play golf. I don't know, Frank. I don't know, but I'm so glad you did.
Frank, cut it out. You
I
love
can't-
us here.
I can't do the White Claws, but I will do some Twisted Teas.
Oh God, no. A White
Yep.
Claw, disgusting.
I can't do seltzers, Vicky. They give me a headache. I don't know. You're welcome, whoever. And I will say, go cuddle with those kitties. No
I know,
comment.
they're so cute. Go cuddle with those pussy. No. Every guy in the stream was just thinking that. Just saying.
You probably will not, Snipe. I will get there sometime, but I have my granddaughter tomorrow and Saturday. So once she leaves, I go to bed. like peace out, night. That reminds me I'm old. So, all right. Well, I'm giving you a different outro. Enjoy it. Gabby's going to
All right.
enjoy it. I promise.
Oh, I will.
And we'll see you guys all Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Do something fun. And don't mope about it. It'll be okay.
Peace
And-
out, Cubs. Go.
Later.
In the midst of the courtroom, under bright white light, two plastic hearts found love at first sight. One had a bullet hole, the other had a frown. But when the trial paused, oh baby, love went down. It's hot mannequin love in the court of law. No breath, no blood, just a flawless jaw. Struck a pose, then struck a spark. Made of fiberglass, but lit up the dark. Hot mannequin love with the limbs askew. Who knew Exhibit A would look so into you? She leaned just right, he's sweet just so. Like Cupid fired a dart through a Velcro torso. The jury looked confused, the bailiff blushed, the stenographer typed. Objection, they're flushed. Hot mannequin love, no heartbeat, no shame. But they set off fire in a dart through a Velcro torso. The jury looked confused, the bailiff blushed, the stenographer typed. Objection, they're flushed. Hot mannequin love, no heartbeat, no shame. But they set off fire, the law's just the same. Crime scene dolls, now courtroom flames. In love so real, it should be in chains. Hot mannequin love, not illegal but true. Just don't let the judge catch them kissing in